Hello, welcome to Beacon of Truth Tarot. My name is Laurel. This is going to be a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has Libra strongly in their chart. Today I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Spirit by Joyce and Pamela Eakins. So if you want to find that deck. I've already shuffled, but I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times. And then we'll see what we have for you, Libra. Messages for Libra. March 2021. Messages for Libra. Okay. So the situation you're dealing with. We've got the Six of Wind, clarity. Out a little, there we go. With the Ace of Water in reverse. Open channel. And the Hermit. So Libra, this tells me that this situation is something that you're very clear about. Has to do with knowing who you are and increasing love for who you are. Let's put you in a position of, we've got the Five of Fire, the struggle, Judgment in reverse, and the Hierophant. Okay. So the Five of Fire, struggle. This is in the position of you. In your position of control, you have Judgment in reverse. The Five of Fire with Judgment in reverse. And then the Hierophant coming out in the position that it came out in. It looks to me like you have gotten some clarity on a situation around you that you no longer want to participate in. It looks to me like because of the position of the Hierophant, it looks to me like possibly you agreed to something and then it turned out it wasn't like you had been sold. You might possibly be in the middle of a divorce. You see clearly something that is not being seen by everybody else. You have an understanding about this situation that not everybody has. And it's putting you in a position of conflict or struggle. I don't feel like it's an internal struggle because you have the Hermit in your interior position and you have the One of Water in reverse in what you're offering to the world. It seems to me that you have come to some understanding either about yourself or about the situation. I feel like it's about the situation that sits well with you, but not with other people. Your immediate environment, so that you're dealing with is Father Wind. But this person is incredibly smart. They're savvy. They're savvy in whatever it is that you're dealing with. Like they know how to get around it. They know how to get around the rules. They know how to get around it. You see something, like you see that there's something not right here. You've got the struggle here, the Five of Fire. You see something, but it looks to me like everybody else is seeing this person as a very upright, clear thinking person. So you decided to go forward as to a water sacred cord in reverse. So it looks like, okay. It looks like you've decided to leave a relationship. You've got the 1 of water and the 2 of water, pulling back your love, and the relationship is upside down. Judgment is in reverse. It looks like you maybe have decided to leave somebody. That's affected you. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, upright. You've decided to leave this situation and take your chances out in the world. You've decided to leave this situation because it was boring. It was unfulfilling. That's not quite right. You weren't getting out of it what you needed to get out of it. It wasn't. You decided to leave the situation because it's time. It's run its course. It's time. It's time to move to something new. That is, put you in a current position of Temperance in Reverse. Okay, that's interesting. So now what I see here you may have left a situation, left a relationship, left a job, although I think it's a relationship, because it wasn't working for you, you didn't like it, and since you left, you are possibly struggling with that decision, not sure that you're happy with that decision. You got Temperance in Reverse down here in the position of your current where you are, and Temperance in Reverse can sometimes be excess. It can sometimes be you feel out of balance. You feel like you don't. I don't know how to explain this. There's something to a relationship, especially if you're female. But I think it works for the males also. But I'm female, so I mean I can only speak to that. An anchorship, a relationship anchors you in a very interesting way. And when you don't have that anchor anymore, you tend to feel a little like you're floating out in the ethers. Now, there's lots of ways to anchor yourself. Having a home is a way to anchor yourself. Having a relationship, like there's certain things that anchor feminine energy, because feminine energy will just swirl and twirl. It needs a structure in order to define it. I think you left a situation, and I think it was probably in your best interest to do so. But now what you're struggling with is you feel ungrounded. You're worried that you made a mistake. The person you left was probably they're probably telling you made a mistake. Like you're looking back on this relationship and saying, well, what did I do? He was so great, or whatever. I think you're second guessing yourself. The environment around you have Sister Fire, a desire and a passion. This is also newness. I'm going to leave it at that. You have Sister Fire and 5 of Wind, fear, in reverse. The environment around you is... This one wants to come out. Where? Here? Or here? Here. Okay, so clarifier on Sister Fire that just came out. We've got the 3 of Fire, Birth of Light, in reverse. The people around you are not supportive of your decision. The people around you think that you made a mistake. They're worried for you. I don't know that they're saying so, but they're worried for you. You either have made this decision to leave or you're coming to that conclusion to leave. I think that you've made it already. And you're not finding a whole lot of support in your environment. So going forward, the new perspective on this that you need to come to, and two want to come out, we've got Three of Wind, recognition. This is a Three of Swords. It's in reverse. Recognize that you made this choice because you were being hurt. Because of the position of this hermit is in the position of your interior knowing. People aren't necessarily going to understand your decision or agree with it, and I'm not sure that you're going to be able to explain it to them. But there was something going on. This Three of Wind, the Three of Swords in reverse. And let's see what that clarifier was. Three of Earth works. Oh. The reason you did it and what you're going for, you want your own. You don't want to be defined by your relationship. You weren't feeling like you were contributing to, like you didn't. This is not an emotional card. This I know it's the Three of Swords and it can hurt, but it is swords. It's a mental card. What you were in, you need to remember and to appreciate that what you were in wasn't working for you. You felt like you were just stagnating. There wasn't anything new and exciting in your life. There wasn't anything that to think about. And so you've gone back out into the world to collaborate, to put yourself out there, just to put yourself out there, because what other people may not be seeing is that this just didn't work for you. And you need to remember that, Libra. This just wasn't working for you. The situation is going to improve for you when, you take control of it. You've got the Emperor. Situation is going to improve for you when you take control of it. Take the bull by the horns. Feminine energy is represented in curves and swirls. It's very free-flowing. And like I said, we feel better when we have boundaries. Something, without having the boundary to bounce off of, the creativity has nowhere to go. And I think that's what happened. You left this situation because it was just stagnating, stifling. It was stifling. This was an internal thing. There was nothing wrong with your situation. You were involved with an amazing person. This Father Wind, this is an incredibly balanced, smart, probably educated person in the world. There's nothing wrong with that person. It just, you weren't being fulfilled. But I don't think you realized you were giving up an anchor of a sort. So now you're out and you're floating in the world and you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And everyone's like, what are you doing? And you need to take control of this situation, Libra. You've got the Emperor. That's the card of control. Your best choice of action is Seven of Fire, Courage. This is the Seven of Wands. Don't defend yourself. You don't need to explain it to other people. Here's the thing. I have learned in my own life that when I have a new idea, something exciting I want to do, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm like, I'm so excited about that. When I share that with others, before I have fully absorbed its yumminess and accepted the implications, people around you, even good people around you, can dilute it. Their opinions can dilute it. Actually, just speaking it out and giving it away to others, there's something about speaking it out to another person that gives it away. It dilutes the power within you. You're allowed, as the hermit, to have your yumminess. You don't need to explain it to anybody. And I think actually the advice that we're looking at here, don't give it away to people. Don't explain it. Don't try and justify it. If you want to be a goat herder, People may not understand that, and you don't need to explain it to them. Just know that this is your dream and it's your life. You don't have to, and it's not that you don't have to. The advice is don't dilute what you know to be your yumminess and your gift by speaking it out to others who won't understand and ask you questions, and the next thing you know, you go home feeling like, well, that's a stupid idea. So don't do that. Don't defend yourself. Don't give them any of it. It's yours, Libra. This is your gem. They don't have to understand. What you're going to struggle with, even more than what we just talked about. Seven of Wind, many tongues. Ooh. Okay, so what you're going to struggle with? People around you, they're not even going to be just neutral about it. They're going to try and talk you out of it. They're going to try and dissuade you from it. They're going to tell you you're stupid. They're going to gaslight you. They're going to confuse you. That's what you're going to struggle with. What needs to fall away? Mother Water in reverse. Indecision. Taking care of other people's feelings. This is an out of balance way to show love. Mother Water in reverse can be manipulative. She can be defensive. She can throw tantrums. She can be emotional. So what needs to fall away is that soft, tender part of you, Libra, that wants everybody else's approval. So the direction you should head towards this, and the reason you're doing it, two want to come out. We've got the Eight of Earth, the Mountain in reverse. I haven't turned the other one over yet, but the feeling I get from this is that the reason for you to do it is because life actually will be easier. It will be less work. I don't know what you were involved with before, but it seems like go take the easiest path and go towards that which suits you. Go towards that which feels right. Life shouldn't be a struggle. If the universe keeps throwing a brick wall in your face, probably it's not the right path for you. So you go on the path of least resistance. Go that way. Go towards that. That which suits you. And this is the one that clarified it. The Ten of Wind, the Way of the Cross. In reverse. You need to go in the direction. Go in the direction of your bliss. Go in the direction that is not hard, not laborious, not exhausting, not a burden. What you are looking for here, and I think it's here in this Wheel of Fortune. The reason you threw your life into an unknown thing was because you were trusting the universe. You knew that this would bring you peace and joy and happiness. And the advice in the direction that you need to head is exactly that. Laboring. These are in reverse. Don't anything that's so laborious and hard, because like what you are meant to do in this world will be a joy for you. Your gifts that you were born with, they're a joy for you. Put those out. Give those out to the world. It shouldn't be so hard. And I hate shoulds, but we're going to say it anyways. What you're not seeing, Eight of Waters, still waters. What you're not seeing is, there's two things that came out. the depth of the gift of this towards you. And also, you left for a reason. You left to find fulfillment. You left because what you had was not fulfilling. What you're not seeing is that there's so much more. There's so much more. Don't forget that you left for a reason. Do not romanticize the situation you had, because right now people think you're crazy or it's hard and you don't know. You need to take control of this situation. And I think in some way, somehow, you need to figure out how to anchor yourself. I think you're missing an anchor, Libra. So what's going to be illuminated? It's almost jumped out. Brother Earth. Did this one want to come out? Yes. Brother Earth and Father Earth. Wow. As you head out into the world, Brother Earth came out first. This is clarifying Brother Earth. As you go out into the world, you are going to become somebody new. And I think that might have been your entire motivation for it. I think that your soul is pulling you towards that. But you go out. You go out and you do what you need to do. Take the action you need to take. And you're going to unzip this solid humdrum existence into something amazing. Something amazing. You just need to do your footwork. That's what's going to be illuminated. You're going to see, by you taking control, going out into the world, putting yourself out there, this existence of stasis and blah is going to just start to zip away, fall away. That's so wonderful. And that falls on top of the Hermit. That's what you want, and that is what you are, what's happening. You are discovering who you are. The greater picture here, Two of Earth, cause and effect. The greater picture is we need to take action out into the world in order for the universe to be able to multiply it and send it back to us. You've taken a first step, or I don't know how long you've been doing this, Libra, but it feels like a new life-changing thing that you're doing. And it's one step at a time. Cause and effect. It's one step at a time. Take care of the small things, and all of those small things will add up into a big thing. This is a beautiful reading, and I hope that this is encouraging you that you've made the right choice. This absolutely looks like you made the right choice. You just go out there, you're God's feet. You do your footwork, stay out of the results. The universe is in charge of the results. You just keep doing your footwork. Say yes to the universe. If you get an invitation somewhere, if you get unless this is how your world expands, which is what you're searching for here. You just go out and do the work, and it will come back to you. The likely outcome, we've got the Seven of Earth, the Garden in reverse. I think this is going to go fast. I think this is going to go faster than you think, because I think this is you're stepping onto your soul path, and the soul path is quantum. It goes past. Doesn't have to go through linear time that way. I think this is going to happen a whole lot faster than you think it's going to happen, and also the outcome is. It's not going to happen in the way you think it's going to happen. I think that it's not going to happen in linear time. One of the things, this one wants to come out too. Oh, the sun, beautiful. It's in reverse. The sun in reverse is still fabulous. I think, see these? This is that two of Earth in the bigger picture. See these stars? I really think you're stepping into a soul path here, Libra. And when that happens, some kind of quantum wonderfulness happens. And next thing you know, your life is totally different than what it was before. This tells me there's no fool here, but it looks like you were the fool and you jumped off that cliff in full knowing that it was the right thing to do. Leap of faith. Feel like you did that, and your likely outcome, you've got the garden in reverse and the sun in reverse. The sun is never a bad card. I don't care if it's in reverse. I think that you're going to see that the universe is going to catch you. You put the work in, the universe will take care of the results. I think that's exactly what I was saying. You're the feet. God's in charge of the results. Oh, it's so interesting. Okay, I want to get an archetype card for you. This was a really beautiful reading, Libra. Hold that close to you. This dream you have, you don't need to dilute it by sharing it with a million other people. The people around you aren't going to understand. You need to take control of this situation and just move towards. The Emperor is not dissuaded by anybody. You're never going to dissuade him. Once he's got his purpose in his head, he's going. Okay, so I'm just going to grab you an archetype card because this. Wow, the dead end. This is so interesting because that came out for. This one wants to come out too. I'm not really. I can't do that. That's not fair. One more. No. I'm not putting. Okay, you just got 4 archetype cards. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. It's by Kim Krans. The first one that came out is the Dead End. This came out in my last reading for Aries, okay? Then the next one that came out, kind of with it, so it wouldn't be surprising if they were together, because these are the 2 cards that came out in the Aries reading, the Offering and the Dead End. And I thought, no, that's not fair. This should be different. But I had already shuffled that deck, so that's still kind of crazy. Then you got the King. I feel like it's so interesting because this is not the same message as I got for Aries. I feel like what you're doing, so good. This speaks to soul purpose. This is you offering a hand to humanity, to people who are stuck, people who can't see a way out. I feel very, very strongly that this is all on kind of a spiritual, metaphysical level. I don't know if you are familiar with starseeds or anything like that, but this looks like that. You had to leave this constricting situation that you were in because you're a starseed and you are leading the way. You are helping get people out of this. Wow. Totally different message than Aries had. You have to be free so that you can reach in and help these people out, okay? Because clarifying that and an overview of that is the King. The King. This is like the Sun card. This is, oh my gosh, and that has a hand in it too. Oh my gosh, and so does this one. I swear to God, there's 78 cards in this deck, and not very many of them have hands. All 4 of these have hands. Whoa. Okay. Thanatos. I will read about that and see what that is. See all those hands? Holy cow. So we've got this hand, this hand. This hand is pulling this hand out of the brambles. It's the King. This is our unity. This has to do with a trinity of some type. Then we have Thanatos. Look at that. And now look at all of those. Now Thanatos is this is number 50, 60, 73. 73. The last 8 cards in this deck are the pure archetypes. Like these are all archetypes. The last 7 or 8 are super important, and you just got that. So Thanatos, we're going to read about that because holy cow. Thanatos, death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation. But the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon your heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Wow. Wow. You have undergone a complete transformation to your world. The people around you don't understand it. You're the emperor. You're taking control of this. You need to take control of this because that is when everything's going to change. And I want you to understand, Libra, holy cow, you have an amazing gift here. There's helping hands. This is, you have some kind of serious mission for humanity. This is absolutely beautiful, Libra, and I really hope that that has helped. Again, my name is Laurel, and if you're interested in a private reading, the link is in the description box below. Namaste, my friend. Libra, I had to come back on really quick because just to show you, after I ended your reading and was cleaning up, I looked under the deck. This is what's under the deck. It's crazy. This deck, the Spirit of the Tarot of the Spirit, has 79 cards. This is the 79th card. It's called Mastery. It's the card of the Master. It doesn't have really any description at all in the text that comes with this deck or in the book. You are doing something on a level unknown to most people. They're not going to understand. That makes total sense to me. So you're a beautiful master. Thank you for honoring me with this reading. Namaste.